Level 1. Black Widow Spider. Not Black Widow and Spider-Man's kid? No, it's not it, but that would be cool though. It kills between 0.5 and 1 out of every 1,000 people who get bitten. By the by, we have Rick with us. You know Rick, if you check out previous video, he will be helping us with today's video. The venom is 15 times more potent than rattlesnake venom, but they inject much smaller amounts. You can catch this nightmare by reaching into dark spaces where these shiny black killers like to hide. At first you just feel a sharp pinch, then your muscles start cramping and spasming uncontrollably. You get severe abdominal pain that feels like appendicitis, your blood pressure shoots up, and you start sweating and vomiting. The probability of you dying from Black Widow bites is around 0.0002% with modern medicine. There have been no recorded deaths since 1983. Rick got bitten while cleaning his garage, and the neurotoxins caused severe muscle cramps and breathing difficulties. He got antivenom treatment just in time and survived, but barely. Sydney funnel web spider. Rick respawned in Australia this time, but the absolute champion of venomous spiders was waiting. This absolute monster can kill in as little as 15 minutes if you don't get antivenom. The venom is packed with neurotoxins specifically designed to kill primates. The symptoms are exactly what you'd expect from Australia's most dangerous spider. You die fast and horribly while your nervous system shuts down. The probability of dying from funnel web bites is around 0.001% with antivenom. No deaths have occurred since antivenom was developed in 1981. Rick was bitten by an aggressive male spider, and the neurotoxins began shutting down his nervous system within minutes. But thanks to Australia's excellent emergency response system, he received antivenom just in time and survived this Australian nightmare. Brown recluse spider. Rick respawned in the American Midwest, but this unassuming brown nightmare was waiting. This terrifying monster kills fewer people than Black Widows, but the deaths are absolutely gruesome. You catch it from spider bites when you put on clothes that have been stored. It starts with a totally normal small bite that might not even hurt at first. Then, around day 3 or 4, the real horror show begins. The venom contains enzymes that literally digest your flesh from the inside out. Your skin starts rotting away in expanding circles, leaving deep craters of dead tissue. Your kidneys can shut down from all the toxins released by your dying flesh. The probability of dying from brown recluse bites is very low, around 0.01%, but the tissue damage can be permanent. Rick got bitten on his arm and developed severe necrotic tissue damage. The systemic effects nearly shut down his kidneys, but he got proper medical treatment and managed to survive the organ complications. Fire ants. These little psychos are basically the gang members of the insect world. Yeah, gang members. So these fire ants are only 2 to 6 millimeters long, but they got attitude bigger than your ego. Each one packs a stinger filled with alkaloid venom that burns. The absolute insane part is that a single colony can have up to 500,000 workers, and they can form living rafts to survive floods. Rick's standing there like it's just one tiny ant, and boom! Within seconds, he's covered in what looks like moving red carpet. Each bite feels like getting stabbed with a hot needle. The probability of you dying from fire ant stings is around 0.1% if you're allergic, but it jumps to 2% if you are. Since Rick's not allergic and got medical help quickly, he survives this one. Killer bees. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Bees? Even Rick has been stung by bees before, right? But these aren't your grandma's cute honeybees. These guys are basically regular bees that take steroids. Every single year, they kill around 16 people in the Americas. You're walking around minding your own business when this flying army decides you're public enemy number 1. This bee changes its attack strategy constantly, so your running skills get totally useless when they chases you for over a quarter mile. Most people get stung a few times and feel like they got hit by tiny hammers, but if you're unlucky enough to face the full swarm, may God help you. The probability of you dying from killer bee attacks is about 0.5% per encounter. Since Rick ran fast and jumped in water when they chased him, he survived this round. Rick is one of our subscribers. He's supporting our channel since day 1. If you want to support us like Rick, you should subscribe too. Level 2. Bullet Ant Swarm. Rick respawned one final time to face the ultimate final boss and absolute undisputed champion of insect torture. When you face not one but hundreds of these things, it has a 5% death rate from pure shock and cardiac arrest. Only few people who get swarmed by bullet ants have ever survived without permanent trauma. You catch this nightmare when you accidentally disturb an entire colony in the Amazon rainforest. The combined venom from dozens of simultaneous stings slowly overloads your nervous system, like having multiple heart attacks made of pure pain. Your heart starts beating irregularly from the shock and stress. This swarm literally controls your ability to think or move through overwhelming pain. The probability of dying from bullet ant swarms is extremely rare, but the combined pain from dozens of simultaneous stings can cause people to faint, fall, and injure themselves fatally. Rick was exploring the Amazon when he accidentally stepped on a massive bullet ant colony. Hundreds of ants swarmed up his legs, delivering simultaneous stings that created overwhelming pain. but Rick had learned from all his previous encounters. He stayed calm, used his emergency breathing techniques, and managed to escape to safety, surviving even this ultimate insect challenge. Tsetse fly. This thing killed about 10,000 people every year before modern medicine. It spreads through blood when infected flies bite you. Nobody knew what the heck sleeping sickness was at first. People were just falling asleep forever with weird brain problems that doctors had never seen before. It started in Africa. This virus drowns your brain in confusion and exhaustion. Your sleep cycle gets completely destroyed, and you can't stay awake anymore, just like being permanently drugged. But the drugs are destroying your nervous system. The probability of dying from sleeping sickness is about 100% if left untreated, but drops to 5% with proper treatment. Rick got lucky with this one. He got diagnosed early when he felt symptoms and received the right medicines. Since the treatment worked, he managed to fight it off. Level 3. Anopheles mosquito. This global killer infects about 241 million people every year and kills approximately 627,000 of them. You catch it when infected mosquitoes inject malaria parasites into your blood. About 80 out of 100 people in some areas have been infected at least once, but many develop some resistance over time. Among the people who end up in hospitals fighting for their lives, about 20% die horribly. It starts like a normal fever, then gets weird and terrifying super fast. The parasites multiply in your liver, then flood your bloodstream, causing your red blood cells to explode in cycles. If you really don't want your blood cells bursting inside you, then this thing literally turns your circulatory system into a biological time bomb. Your organs start shutting down one by one. About 25 out of 100 people who survive severe malaria end up with brain damage. Now is the best time for you to start using mosquito nets too. The probability of dying from malaria is about 20% if you're hospitalized with severe cases, but much lower with proper treatment. Rick got this one bad. His fever spiked to dangerous levels and he started hallucinating as the parasites destroyed his red blood cells. But with immediate intensive care and anti-malarial drugs, he managed to pull through this deadly encounter. Level 4. Assassin bug. I mean, look at this guy. They look scary as hell, but the name is cool now. Without treatment for its Chagas disease payload, it has close to a 30% death rate over 10 to 20 years. But here's the twist. It can take decades to actually kill you. It's like having a ticking time bomb inside you that you can't hear. You catch it when the bug bites you and poops near the bite, then you accidentally rub the infected poop into the wound. It destroys your heart and digestive system from the inside. The probability of dying from Chagas disease today is about 30% without treatment, but close to 0% if detected early. Since Rick noticed the bite and got tested quickly, he survives this slow-motion killer. We've just walked through nature's most painful microscopic armies with Rick, insects that torture without mercy. Behind every sting is potential death or permanent damage. Thanks to Rick for this incredible journey, and the good news is, Rick survived all these encounters through quick thinking and proper medical care. The good news? Rick is coming back for our next episode. These deadly insects don't discriminate, so stay safe, use insect repellent, and avoid disturbing their nests and subscribe to folks.